Aloha friends, and how are we all doing today? And let me start the video with a polite request. Please, please, send me some stone, or some wood, or some food, please. My family are starving, they haven't eaten for days. All they want is the sweet taste of rock. Stone in rock, rocks in rock, you know the thing, please. And I'll tell you why I'm begging. I need resources, I'm out of resources. And my god, the free-to-play life is, I've been bragging a bit like, oh, this has been easy. I've got so much ability to graft and grind and get strong. Yeah, here we are. 95,000, a million, 162 million. What do we have in the bag? Yep, the square root of Nafal. So we've hit 5 million, which is great. We have a level 43 Thutmose, which is good. I'm trying to work out whether to keep working on him or to get my good old Matilda up. Don't be number one. It was number one. Never lucky. Matilda is of course a great gatherer, but I think I've invested enough on gatherers, so let's just carry on getting Thutmose up there. And that's another question I want to come back to. I want some advice in this video. I want some resources. I want some begging. I want people to help me out with what to do now. Because I am finding that I'm not very strong. We did the Ark of Osiris yesterday. Let me see if I can find it. Is it under Alliance? Here we go. Here's my Ark of Osiris individual statistics. Out of 30 players, I've placed 27th. And you know what? I was really trying. I was trying to get involved in every fight, I was trying to gather, I was garrisoning everything for my occupation score. All I was doing was just trying my hardest to get involved. And I sucked. I was so far behind everyone, I was so far behind everything. I may look like I've got power, because in this kingdom I have, well, am I about the 50th of exactly the 50th strongest player. Getting higher than that. So it looks like I'm doing well, but considering I'm in the top alliance, and to finish 27th out of 30, yeah, we did win the Ark. No thanks to me at all. Thanks instead to Big Nuska, our resident Kraken, who completely carried us to victory. I completely sucked. Didn't deserve these. We smashed them, as you can see here. Look, we got... Now, can you see the top players? Well, yeah, I mean, it's quite clear who our most valuable player is, right? Nuska absolutely owned it, so did Soldier actually in Arius, but I don't think they have much more power than me. But my god, they were so much more effective than me. So I've reached a stage now I want some advice. Should I be pushing my troops? Because I do not have a full march of tier 4 archers. This is how many I have. 43,930. I need 150,000 pronto. So I have this in terms of speed ups. Obviously all the universals are going to be used for research, so that's sadly the way you have to go early in the game. I have enough stuff for probably train, I don't know, 50,000, maybe a few more. Resources are going to be the problem, but I can gather in a couple of days. Should I get myself a full march of tier 4 archers? And going on from that, should I be thinking about my second march as an archer march? Or should I be thinking about it as a cavalry or an infantry march? If I'm going to do that, it will almost certainly be infantry, as I'm China, so I'm going to get loads of Sun Tzu statues, can get him up. I currently have the green Vanguard Greaves in Belisarius. I don't know, I just felt like crafting something non-archery for a change. Oh, we can refine these, can we? Come on, let's get lucky. Never lucky. Never lucky. I just thought it was worth 100,000. I'm not going to refine these because I'm hoping to get the better equipment at some point, and of course I'm low on gold. I don't want to spend 2 million gold on basically doing nothing. So should I be getting a second archer march? My first march at the moment is Thutmose and this lovely Imhotep. I could also go for Kusinogi and Herman, or Kusinogi and... what's the other guy called? Maybe it just is Herman, maybe. Oh, I'm thinking of Imhotep. So Kusinogi and Herman I could get up as well. The problem with that is then I am well, I'm going to have to craft more archer gear, then I'm going to have to get more epic commanders up to high level. I can do the guardians, I've been doing quite a fair bit of guardians, and of course epic commanders level up a lot faster than legendary ones. My alternative is to go for the infantry and go for Sun Tzu and Bjorn, the old standard. Third alternative, which I'm probably not going to do, is Belisarius and Baibars. I mean, I've been leveling them up. Their skills are not impressive at all, and nor's anyone apart from Sun Tzu and Imhotep. So I've spent all my time on the gatherers, which I think was a good investment, because as we've established from this begging bowl here, I am low on resources and I need to start well, I'm already prioritising, but I need to be a little better at logging on always, making sure everyone's always gathering. Look, for now, for instance, I'm not gathering at the moment. I'm so far away from level 23. Okay, well, that will explain why everyone's not gathering. I guess we go stone, because stone's so important at this stage of the game. There we go. Make sure you always finish your resource pits. There's nothing more annoying than people not finishing the resource pits. I've also been gathering some gems. We can have that somewhere. No, they've changed everything, haven't they? Anyway, I spent about half a day gathering 500 gems, and I'll tell you what, my life didn't feel like worth living. I do not want to gather gems that way. I am gathering them still through the VIP. I'm still gathering a lot of VIP points through being in a good alliance, and people are fortunately providing me with a great deal of VIP points through the gold chest. We add on the 25,000 to this, we're at 113,000-ish, 112 and a bit thousand-ish. So we need another 38,000 gems to get to VIP 10, which we will do. I think we'll get there by KVK 1. It could be a bit of a struggle, but I think we'll get there quite easily. I'm not going to put anything in YSG, or certainly not Richard, until I get VIP 10. VIP 10 is the most important thing you can get to early game, in my opinion, because without that you just can't compete long term without the influx of gold heads. So I'm assuming we're going to get this. That's 2,500, 35, 5,000, 5,500, 7,500, 8,000. Says 8,000 more coming there, so I've basically got to find 30,000 gems. I mean, there'll be events, there'll be things, there's the daily, let's say there's another 50 days, that's another 5,000 gems. That's another 25,000 we have to find. Hopefully we'll get some, continue getting VIP points through the gems. But like I say, I'm at a bit of a crossroads. I know I'm going to get to VIP 10, I know that's what I want to do, but I am annoyed by how weak I am. I'm annoyed by the poor strength of my troops. I'm fully aware that my power comes mainly from building and technology. Yeah, troop power is not even at 1 million yet, which says it all. And technology is going to eclipse building at some point, not for a good while though. But I want to be more useful. I'm struggling with the idea that I was useless in Ark. I hated it. I was awful. I was beyond awful. Look at me in Sunset Canyon. I'm okay. Usually I'm about 30th. Then it looks like I'm a lot stronger than I am. I've got one more ticket left to go. Let's just challenge someone random, as is my want. That could be tough. I don't like fighting Minamoto in the canyons. He always beats me. 68,000's less. We won. So I can get, and on that crossroads front, we continue leveling Thutmose up to 50, or I can start putting experience into Kusunogi. I think it makes most sense to keep going with Thutmose now, because the first half of KVK1 is the single march fighting, and I'm going to need a really good march, which I will have, I think, with Thutmose and Imhotep and YSG coming in eventually. But then I need to start expanding. I need to start getting either a second set of troops, a second type of troop, or a second set of archers. I will be getting the second set of archers at some point. I just want to know whether I should be going infantry before then. I'm really interested in Kyra. By the time she comes, usually she's kind of useless as well. You've got YSG, you've got Edward if you really want to go down that route. Like you can't really maximize her for a long time given the paucity of Soroli Crisis events. So, where are we today? We're at a begging point and we're at a crossroads, which I keep saying, I'm sure it's quite annoying, in terms of how we're going to fight in KVK1, how we're going to be stronger short term. Gatherers will gather, we'll eventually solve the resource problem. I'll quickly log on my farm, which I again need to be logging on far more often and doing far more on it. I've got the farm to about 12 to 1.2 million now, I think. but I've been sending resources from the farm, which I hate doing at this stage. But I needs must. Got a few million wood and food in there. I think we're low on stone. Let's have a goosey gander. Yeah, good. Well, we're not even that good. I couldn't afford the wall, could I? Oh no, I can afford the wall, but we're doing something else. Forget it. Let's just go for the wall now. I want to get up to 4 marches here as soon as possible. And I want to continue leveling up my troops to level 3 here, which I'll be getting relatively soon, I think. Oh, well, there we go. Please, please, just £2.50 will help me live for a week. I'm struggling. I need some help, people. Tell me what to do. I know how to build up an account quite well, but I don't know how to build it up while still being relevant in fighting. That's what I'm struggling with at the moment, and I think... Ooh, is that going to be enough? No, of course it's not. And I think that's where I'd like people to just give me their experience. Because this free-to-play, it's all about being relevant in KVK1, but I'm struggling with being irrelevant now, as Ark of Osiris showed me. I am the 27th out of 30 strongest member in my Alliance fighting squad, and that's just not good enough. So friends, I'm open for your suggestions. As an aside, thanks so much for the 200 subscribers, it's been brilliant. If we could get this video, ping it up a bit and get it to 74,000 subscribers, so it's just a little bump, I'd be most appreciative, and I'd be giving holidays to everyone. On the small chance we don't get 74,000 subscribers, there'll be no holidays. There'll just be more begging. So please, thanks for watching. Throw a penny in the bowl, throw a rock in my pocket, some food in my mouth, and some wood in... Well, we're not going to go through that heinous suggestion. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll see a less beggy, more decisive Greg next time out. Ciao!